GD, we're getting a bunch of like staticky type dealios from your end.
What's up?
Oh, I was getting some staticky deals from your side of the Discord there.
Is it okay now?
Yep, definitely okay now. But yeah, I will say every long rest you can decide what element the Drake is dealing here.
Well, it's a red one, so.
So fire.
Fire. Yep.
So fire.
Fire. So yep.
So fire. You can't go wrong with the fire.
Yeah, I need to burn some people. You don't show that I like to burn heretics.
You burn heretics like I burned those French fries, which means all the time.
Let's
Yes.
see. Try this. Just got
Hi guys, I'm sorry for lateness.
You're good.
testing that. Alright, that's good. Good to know. Let's see. Okay, there, add it.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. We'll just kind of hang out for a hot second as we wait for everyone to arrive, aka one other person. Anybody do anything fun today, with it being the weekend?
I mean, I've been having a pretty swell week for the moment, so yeah.
Boom. You can't beat that. Oh man, you okay over there?
Maybe.
Maybe we'll see.
Yeah, got that working.
There we go. Yeah, so as we're waiting for everyone to get back, kind of to clarify what I had told you guys in the chat. Yes, you guys would have been approached by Carowin Hukul and your new friend Baron Alphon, the dwarf that asked you guys to explore Kundakar for him. Hey, this year, because there is no mystical fruit being sold by the Goblin tribe, they've kind of had to make sure they get high attendance, that a lot of merchants come. They have to kind of pump up the events. That way, a lot of people want to come by and see everything. So you guys know what that means. They're like, hey, we're going to do 3-man teams. We're going to do all sorts of crazy and interesting events. So we're going to have the normal summer solstice things, but we're also going to throw in some other fun stuff. So you guys got to make sure you find, all the appropriate members of your team you need. You're going to need a 3-man team, and you're also going to need, someone to act as your guys' coach while you're doing these events. And usually you want this coach to have some sort of, knowledge of magic, knowledge of whether it's arcane, divine, natural, whatever works for you guys, but you gotta make sure you have someone like that on your team.
I don't know.
Is that me? Am I being Coach Judy's here?
I don't know. I think the spell slingers should be like spread around a bit. Like being full melee team in this current situation would be not okay, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I don't know also the rules of engagement. Like I'm guessing we're giving like clubs to beat the shit out of each other, or.
Well,
Because
every event is going to be the difference, Baron would say. Apparently, they're
I know,
basing...
but the battle royale, it's going to be like a full-on melee.
That is true, but that is going to be the final event. There's going to be several events that are going to be with really no combat at all. I mean, unless you want there to be combat. Like, one of the combat ones that they are doing beyond just the trial of the battle royale. They're doing this maze. Apparently, they're gonna have constructs that they've built fill the maze, and you have to like find special prizes within the maze. I'm not really sure about all the rules myself. So, the Baron would kind of shrug his shoulders. Now, I know some of you are kind of a mixture of melee fighters and spellcasters, but surely you've made some friends in town that you could perhaps persuade to join the cause.
Yeah, it would be more interesting if we have not only just our teams and whatnot, but everybody else. And then on
All
top
I'm
of
saying
that,
is we're divided in two teams. Let's the two teams make an agreement. Don't hit each other until we're all the last 6 men standing. Then it's a free-for-all fuckfest, slugfest.
I didn't think that that was gonna be this kind of party, but if it turns out to be that kind of thing, I mean, hey, who am I to try to stand in the way?
It's a tournament saga. Even the best friends get to beat each other to a pulp in tournament sagas.
True, and of course we will know more once we the final events and everything are announced. But right now, all we know are the preliminary events that have already been laid out and happen from year to year. So, there's 5 of you, but I know that you've worked with Orpheus, Carowin's main man in the past. Perhaps that's someone that could join one of your teams.
well, I've seen a few interesting people walk through the town. I wonder what the Red Wizard's going to be up to during the main event.
Well, I
On top of that,
he's going to be with the Brindle team.
well, we can always there's no set teams until the end. So, and I think it would be very nice and more supportive between towns if our little communities mixed. That way, not one town is getting all of the glory.
He looks, he shrugs, and he says, "You can try to convince some of the other teams to try to commingle, but if I had to guess, I would say that they're going to want to stick with their own cities. Like the sports teams that usually like to mingle. They like to rock, that jersey on their back."
That sounds very, very interesting. And this is probably while we're sitting down having breakfast.
Absolutely. Ganvuk learning the math. Yes, so Carowin would say, well, if you are needing a 6th member, Orpheus is definitely available, as well as my daughter, Charlotte. She's a skilled wizard. She could definitely help out the cause if you're needing another spellcaster to join as your mystical coach.
The moment she says that, you hear Astreus start bull rushing to the table. Yes, I would be very much interested in that.
The Baron kind of like nods his head. See, it's slowly but surely all coming to place here.
So you've been to these festivals before, Baron. Is there anything we should be on the lookout for?
Well, it's good that you've asked. You know, with the festival this year, all sorts of salesmen from across the Vale are coming in, selling magical items, potions, spell scrolls, as well as just ordinary goods. It's meant to be a just huge gathering of just of the minds.
Baron, would you know of anybody who's selling a swath of dragon leather?
He looks and he says, anything is possible. You just would have to walk the row of merchants and see exactly what you find. It's entirely possible.
That it is. I'm going to continue eating my breakfast.
As he continues to eat his breakfast, the Baron and Carowin will go on and say, well, we know that day one will continue to be the preliminary games, which we've discussed, you know, boxing, the wrestling, the discus and javelin, archery, those type of things. And I imagine you all intended to compete.
Aye, good sir. Are you intending to compete in any of them?
Oh, no, the Baron says. I'm a merchant, and quite large in the belly now. It's the job of younger men and women to compete in these type of things.
Ah. I guess you were an adventurer like us until you took an arrow to the knee.
Oh, it wasn't the
I
arrow
really
to the
punched
knee.
your thorn.
It was the it was the biscuits and gravy and the kegs of ale that did it in for me. And just so everyone knows, it is the morning of the 20th. It is 7:19 a.m. The weather. It is torrential rains today.
Yay, no blindness!
Yes, so for our Drow team member, no blindness today.
God. Yeah. What's this? Why is it not letting me move?
The game isn't paused, is it?
It's not on. I just keep. If I drag it away, hey, I just go right back to my original position,
Weird.
and I can't use the arrow keys.
Drag
Okay,
a
where did I even
new.
go?
I just deleted your token. Drag a new Ronald out and see if that helps.
Let's see. There he is.
Usually, either dragging a new one out.
Yeah, I can move now.
Mm-hmm. And can you move little Zoe, little Dratini there?
Yep.
You can't go wrong. Oh, and everyone, just to remind you of some of the functions that we've got. You know, if you have a stack of tokens, all one over the other, deselect the tokens and hit Shift Z, and you can cycle through. To target, mouse over a token and you can hit T, or you can do the right click, whatever works for you. And I have a player view going as well today, so I can see other things that are going on. And it looks like, from player view, you should be able to use the token attacher, which should look like a chain link in the basic controls. Or at least I hope that you can do that.
There's no chain link.
No chain link for you guys?
Me at least.
Okay, I'll have to look at that and see if I have to make it available for players, but I'll check on that on the backside. So as breakfast is going, we of course see Arathorn chomping down Magnus Astreus Ronald as this news is being shared. What do you guys do?
I'm gonna go around and check the other teams and try to get a read on them. How possible it is that we manage to get out on top of this one for the battle royale?
Absolutely, and you guys do know that one of the teams, Brindle, is being led by a pair of very strong contenders so far. The Captain Lars and whoever else he is bringing in is going to be a very strong team. As Lars himself, you use your fighter instincts to figure out that he is at least for the time being, a higher level fighter than you are. Which you hate to see that, obviously. And
I look up around the bar to see if there's anybody of interest in the bar. Like, somebody who just doesn't stand out and doesn't seem to be a part of a team.
You would see... Oh, no, you wouldn't see this horse. I'm sorry about that.
The horse is jealous.
You would see a guy that is sitting off on his own. You would say he looks very much like a Inigo Montoya type, if you had to take a stab at it.
I make a mental note to go over and talk to him if I get the chance.
And you can see he is the only person in the bar. You know, everyone was drinking, you know, the mead and the beer out of giant mugs. He is drinking out of a fine crystal glass.
Pawns.
I'll walk over with a cup of coffee, sit down, and put out my hand. Hello, my name is Arathorn. You seem to stand out amongst the crowd.
He looks and he says, "Pleasure to meet you, Ryalor Plan. Are you a competitor or a merchant?"
A little bit of a competitor, more of a researcher, just here to have fun. The Hukrol family is actually sponsoring me and a couple of friends over there.
Oakhurst will finally have its very own team then. Or perhaps a couple.
Hi, who are you sponsored by, or... You just don't seem to be a part of a team or a town in this area.
I'm, how you say... he smiles, and he says, "For the longest time I was a free agent, but The city of Brindle paid me and the men that I lead a very high sum to join their team. But let's just say Captain Lars and the other member of the team aren't too happy about my inclusion. He laughs as he drinks from his crystal chalice.
What do you seem to be drinking there, my good friend?
This. He pulls another crystal chalice out of his pocket and pours a glass. He says, "This is Red Dragon Crush. It is brought into the Vale by Vistani travelers. The only people I know that can get it, and I am the only man that has it."
That seems like a very expensive bottle of whatever it is.
Please, would you care for a glass?
If you're offering, I wouldn't turn down anything that's free.
Well,
I take the glass and, is this more of a sipping or a full shot back kind of drink?
oh, this is definitely a sipping wine. It's quite delicious. You wouldn't want any to go to waste.
And I take a nice shallow sip, getting all of the flavors and tones of it.
And it is indeed a very deeply flavored wine. Sweet, but spicy. Very savory. Not the only thing that you've had probably like it is the wine made of fire lichen in the Underdark, brewed by the Duragar of the city of Grackelstock. Is probably the only thing that comes close in depth of flavor.
As I pull away and finally understand all the tones that are going through my mouth, I explain, this is very similar to some of the fire moss wine that I've had down in the Underdark. It's got a tang to it. You know, it's very hard to find anything that brings back good memories of home.
Why, of course. I haven't had the opportunity to try much of the food and drink of the Underdark myself. I think you and I can become quite good friends, trying cuisine from around the world.
Always willing to try something new. I would give you something of the Underdark, but I don't seem to have anything on me. You know, traveling far and wide, you ration your supplies to the best of your ability, but sooner or later they run out.
He nods his head. Unfortunately enough, I'm of a similar disposition. Only able to keep what I can carry.
After I finish the glass, I pull out the bottle I bought from the bartender of the Elven wine. And don't really know where this came from. Bartender says it's an Elven wine that was only brought in once every couple of years, so it might be good. Would you like to sample it with me?
He looks at you and nods and he says, "To trying wine with strangers."
And I will pour him a glass and enjoy the rest of my morning before the events start.
Absolutely. And I was gonna say, if you don't already have a DM inspiration, take it.
What if I have 6 already?
Oh man, you're only supposed to have 3.
Then I guess I have 3.
Oh,
It's useless, man. Why haven't you been using those?
It's like
Because-
potions in a Skyrim game. You keep hoarding and hoarding and waiting for the
Yeah.
moment to use it, and you never fucking use them.
You either just eat food or you just forget and to use them when you're about to do something.
Well, that's most of the time what happens.
very fair. Very fair. So, it sounds like, for the time being, also, pausing the game here for just a second. Our other player has not messaged me back. I was like, yo, bro, where you at? Hopefully he did not forget about us or like oversleep or something crazy like that.
He blacked out due to the excitedness of playing D&D. He got too excited and just couldn't take it anymore. He wanted to play, but fainted.
I was gonna say, I think that's exactly what happened. Because I kind of intended on introducing him as one of your guys' new teammates. So we will kind of retcon here and say that in the morning, as you guys are kind of scrambling to find a new teammate, you're like, okay, we've got Orpheus, we got Sharwin, but that really doesn't leave us with another, mystical coach, as it were, because not everyone can do magic.
Sharwin!
We all know, okay? we all have seen the way you looked at her. We all know. You're not good at hiding it.
What are you talking about? I don't understand what he's talking about.
Sharwin.
You of all people should know what that looks like.
Me, of all people, should know. I just had coffee with a female guard. There's nothing to it.
Yeah, nothing to it. Wink, wink.
You guys gotta remember, 7 charisma. I have no idea what goes on, and I'm super daft about that kind of thing.
That's wisdom.
Dude, if there's someone who understands you, it's Sir 7 charisma right here as well. 9 intelligence. I have 15 wisdom. I am not dumb. I mean, I am dumb.
You're dumb, but you know what's going on.
Yeah, I know what I know, but what I know is not much.
17 intelligence, 12 wisdom, 7 charisma.
True.
Welcome, you're a D&D weave. Yay!
Why do you two always talk? Why don't I talk? Not that much.
I don't know, Renald. Why?
Alright.
Why?
Alright, I also insult a lot of people, just...
Come on, Renald. You can do it.
Okay, I'm gonna well, I actually do have a plan on talking to someone.
Yeah, so you guys have a lot of time before the opening ceremonies. What exactly do you intend on doing?
Alright. If I may go. So, one sec, let me just look. No, not that. I forgot. Hold on.
I'm gonna go to... Sorry.
I was gonna go to... I remember like a cleric of Palor approached me the last time.
Indeed.
And
I can pop up her NPC handout here for Corky Knackle.
Yeah, that. No wonder I got it. Yeah. I'd like to go. To her, I guess, to the Church of Palor. Hopefully, I don't just burst into flames as soon as I walk in, and get new holy symbols so that I can, at the very least, put on the look of a Oath of Devotion paladin.
Yes, Corky would say, "Oh, Sir Renaud, I didn't know if I would see you come through after our last conversation. It's hard to reach you."
Oh yeah, it's the helmet, just tink tink. And can't be too careful in this world. And I'm also not used to people approaching me to talk. Oh, just trying to keep to myself. Yes, been a bit lax with the care of these holy symbols. I think I might need new ones.
Oh, of course. I'd be
They're like
glad.
torn to shreds now.
I would be glad to give you a new one.
Yeah, the festival's coming up. Don't want to look too much like a rundown, washed up paladin.
Why, of course. And she quickly brings you a holy symbol of Palor in the form of, reliquary beads and a holy symbol that looks like it would go around your neck.
Oh, well, that'll work. Thank you. Yeah. And I'm gonna take the amulet, I'm guessing it was. Because I use a shield, can't really hold something.
You do know of some paladins and clerics that go through the rigmarole of carving those things into their armor or into their shield, or blazing it upon it in giant paint.
Yeah, that's what mine was. It was an emblem on the shield, but God, it's messed up now, so. Oh. Done.
Well, what else can I help you with, Renald? I heard of the recent changes in the competition this year. Apparently there won't be a fruit from the goblins or something this year. Not a lot of people know why.
Funny story about that. I was actually the Hucrolls actually hired me and my band of adventurers to go to the Sunless Citadel where those goblins are stationed. Stationed at they are see the Hucrolls sent their and a party there, and it included Sharwin and I forgot, not the dead fighter guy. I took his armor.
Oh, her brother?
Yeah, I'm bad with names, and especially when people are dead.
Tolgan, her brother.
Again. And the two Hugo kids went there. Aaron went missing. Apparently, they were getting it from some evil tree. The goblins were getting those fruits from some evil tree with our wizard said it actually had a necromantic feel about it.
Really?
And we destroyed it though. So, while there's no more fruit, we've at least destroyed an evil.
Oh, well, that's a good thing. Absolutely. If those fruits had necromantic magic about them, how many people ate evil fruits out there? She pans and looks to the camera.
Estrella, that means your girlfriend.
Shit, what?
She would look at you and say, well, with the 3-man team rule now in effect, how do you plan to go about it? With 3 main fighters and then what are they calling it? A mystical coach?
Yes, we'll find a way.
This was our mystical coach. And Earthborn.
You aren't either. There, down. Down, bull, down. You're not here. Oh, well, figure it out.
I'm sure you will.
You're under my boot then, alright?
Well, are you needing anything for these competitions? Anything that I can perhaps either gift you or sell to you. I'm sorry, I couldn't be more of a use to you. Oh, the horns are the hounds. Excuse me, the barking.
God damn it. I don't need anything. I think I have everything I would need other than, well, a holy symbol. Thank you. Thank you for that. And I guess I'll see you after the competition.
Sure. I mean, today is only the preliminary competition. Maybe we can talk about the Holy Scripture of Palor over some. I heard they have brought some tej into town. I don't know if you've ever had it.
No, yeah, I'll get back to you on that, and I'll start walking away.
She's like, I came on too strong.
I'm, okay. Don't just resist the urge to burn this place to the ground, alright? Just this one moment. Alright. And then I go back and feed Zoe her breakfast, which is 2 live goats, because you gotta keep the instance up. And I'm not killing them beforehand. Zoe has to kill them herself.
Absolutely. So we get a scene of your Dratini, aka your Drake, just fire biting goats to death, and
It's like it's like a snake, just like it was just like a python. That'd be scary. Alright, that's all.
Sure. So yeah, still with plenty of time left before the competition, you guys see that there is merchants aplenty, people to talk to from all around the Vale that you could potentially go and meet before the competition is to start. And of course now Lex has joined us. Hello, my friend. So I think this is the perfect opportunity for Baron Alphon to have kind of jumped in and basically tried to introduce you guys.
I am Eli. I am playing Hanstray's Fire Stomper, fighter Runic Knight. I'm a Minotaur. Pleasure to meet you.
Thank you, Astraeus.
Hello, I am Drake Slayer. I am playing Arathorn, a Drow artificer, armorer.
Always my turn.
Yes, we're going very freeform here, so please take it away, Renault.
Alright. I am Renault. Oh, the fallen Azamar Oathbreaker.
Excellent. And Gambuk, if you would like to go.
I am Ganvuk, playing Ganvuk, the barbarian that was kind of tortured with being a gladiator.
He's a
Magnus,
half-orc.
would you like to go?
Hi, I'm Chippo, or Kevin, playing Magnus Bordis, and I am what appears to be undead, and I am a wizard.
And last but not least, the Wandering Lynx, please.
Yes. We're Lex. I'm playing a half-elf sorcerer. A homebrew class that I made, subclass that I made for him.
Yeah, so we're gonna play test. Please tell us about your, or unless you want to keep it secret, your sorcerer that we're gonna be playing.
You get a description of him. He's a fairly tall and thin half elf, pale white hair and um, white tattoos that are all down his body. But as you look at him closer, you notice the tattoos don't stay in one place. They seem to shift and move as he uh, like just stands there. So it's the tattoos are definitely of magic that are obvious.
Boy.
Very cool. Um, so we had talked about this previously. Here, links that your a friend of yours, Baron Alphon, this very dwarven-looking guy. He knows that his friend, Carowyn Hucroll, has a slot open on one of her teams here for Oakhurst, and he knows that you would be the perfect addition to their team based on the skills that you have. So he would do the old introduce you to. Oh man, did Aerthar just get some new art?
Yes.
That's ballin'. Oh, and I see why you wanted the great sword. That's cool. He would introduce you to these 5 individuals and kind of say, "Hey, I know you guys are needing a new guy. I know this great guy named Zavros. He's exactly what you need. He knows magic. He's got lots of different types of skills. I know these competitions you can't really prepare for what they're going to have. So, Zavros, give him the old elevator pitch for why you should join the team. And, if you can join their team, this is a great way to advertise yourself as an adventurer and a new player here in the Vale."
Well, I'm an archaeologist, so I've been around. I have a fairly wide knowledge of old, new. I'm pretty well versed, even though most magic users don't. I'm well versed in a sword and bow, so I can hold my own in a fight. Mhm. Yeah.
I mean, that was pretty convincing for me, guys. What do you guys think?
He seems like a great addition to the team. We are needing another arcane practitioner for one of the teams. As you see, most of us are of the melee variety. Some of us cast spells, but
Hopefully half of us.
I mean,
it's nice to
Little
meet a
over.
fellow elf at least. You do seem not full, but we can work with it.
Can only be helped so much.
I look forward to having another spellcaster in the party.
Appreciated.
Absolutely. I was glad that we could make these introductions here, and that it looks like all is to go well.
So, what should we do? Or what are we off to?
We're all prepared ourselves for the next tournament.
Uh,
I'm taking part of most of the athleticisms today, as I believe Ganvuk and our friend Renault. We will all take part of most, if not all, of the events. The rest of my friends here.
well, this is my first time here, so I would love to see the events.
Yes, Zavros, I didn't get the chance to tell you. Well, today, uh, they've actually added a new event to the first day, the Feats of Athletics competition. Today there is boxing, wrestling, the throwing sports, the discus and the javelin, archery, chariot racing, the triathlon, jumping, and a new one that's quite spicy, jousting.
Myself, I will be competing in the boxing, archery, and joust.
I believe only the joust for me.
I'll be participating only in the archery.
Archery seems quite up my alley too. I'll have to give that a try.
And I heard old Histreus is going to be competing in all of them. He's
Except the jousting, unless I am the one who jousts, as I am the whole underwriter.
That would be a sight.
Not gonna lie, Histreus, I was thinking of Ganvok riding you as the jouster.
That would
It just
be-
seemed
I would accept that.
it just seems like a funny way to like brighten the crowd up.
That would be amazing. Amazing.
Can we try it? Can we? Can we try it? Yeah, but will you be willing?
Ganvuk is according to Discord. I don't know if the if the judges are willing, but hey, you can still ask them. If
We
they
don't
allow
care
it,
about the judges.
if they allow a dragon, they can allow you.
They just have to allow it once, right? It's a new event. We can allow it once.
That'll be an interesting sight.
absolutely. Baron Alphon kind of thinks back. He's like, these type of antics. I haven't seen anything like this since a few years back. There was a competitor. His name Thomas Bradius. Who tried to skirt all the rules, but he seemed to continue to win, even though he kept getting caught cheating. It was quite scandalous.
Is it cheating if it's like it's still mounted sport as long as he's mounted on the person?
You're right. I shouldn't. I shouldn't speculate. I mean, he won fair and square, and he has a ring. You can't doubt him after that.
I just want to point out there's no rules against it yet.
That's true. That's true. I should stop my political commentary here. You're not supposed to pick sides in these things. You're just supposed to enjoy the game, enjoy the spectacle.
And this will be a spectacle, and it will be very enjoyable.
This is true. This is true. Well, with a little bit of time before the actual competition is to start, are you all intending to hit the bazaar, hit the various stalls up and buy some goods that you can use in the competition?
I plan on going to look around. It doesn't hurt.
Same here.
I could lighten my purse a little bit today.
I mean, why not?
I'm curious if they have any magic items for sale.
I've heard that there's going to be quite a bounty. There's rumors that there are some tabaxi here with wares to sale. If you, of course, have the coin.
Will there be any betting on the event?
From what I have heard, there could be some betting on the events, but I don't think any of the competitors are allowed to wager. I don't know if you heard of the great competitor Pedicus Rose, who would bet on his own performance. Is that too obscure of a real world sports reference that I'm making right now? Or should I cut those out, guys? You can tell me if that is too much for our D&D game.
I mean, I didn't even know those were.
Sounds very familiar.
Oh, Pete Rose.
I mean, if you're
He was
only
a
betting on
baseball
your
player who bet
own,
on himself.
Oh.
I mean, if you're only betting on your own winnings, I mean,
Mm.
then you can't purposely lose.
That's what he said. He's like, I only bet on myself to win. Anyways, yes, but the competitors betting, that would be quite a hard thing to pull off. But I'm sure that your sponsor and the people that you are competing for are going to take quite good care of you. Once, of course, the games are over, your with you, representing our interests so well, how could we not?
So, there's also coming up soon here. There's also going to be a battle of the mages. Lux, right? Lux,
Lex?
Lex. I am sorry.
No worries.
and your character name is
Zavros.
Zevros. Okay. Zevros, there's a battle of the mages that is going to be coming up here, where we are to display a showing of our magical abilities. I was wondering if you were going to participate in that.
Always up for a little bit of a challenge.
That'd be interesting. I do have a bit of a scenario set up myself here.
Well, I'll have to see how the rest of you go.
Yes, the mages competition to happen on the second day, kind of the skills and trades day, is going to be quite the sight, with people trying to put together the best magical trick that they can. And all sorts of things are allowed. Not only can you use your magical talents, but you can bring gathered items and just close-up magic. Anything you can think of to give you an advantage in this spectacle is, I think, going to be quite useful.
I think I might have an idea or two of what I could do.
Excellent. Well, shall we head for the bazaar to pick up some items before the first day of athletic competition is to begin?
Definitely.
Sounds like fun.
Let's go shopping.
All right. Well, you guys head from the Old Boar Inn, where you guys are currently staying, to close distance from here to the stadium, and shanty towns and tents and lean-tos are set up everywhere. So you guys are able to find people aplenty that are selling items of all kinds.
Not even sure what I would be interested in.
I'd like to try and find a military saddle.
And
yeah.
I'm currently looking for dragon leather.
Okay, so a military saddle. We'll go with that first. Go ahead and give us a just perception check, and you can have advantage because everyone is kind of helping you out to see if you can find someone who is selling that kind of item.
15.
Absolutely. You're able to find a leather worker who is selling all sorts of saddles, and they seem to be from completely, I don't want to say costume, but from like ceremonial all the way to completely functional in build.
Yep, completely functional. So
Absolutely.
that's 20 gold.
Mm-hmm.
But I have advantage. And it's on any check I make to remain mounted. So it's harder to knock me off.
Absolutely. If you get knocked down, which is very hard because you have advantage, you would simply get back up again.
And I'm gonna fit it onto Zoe.
Absolutely. And Zoe, being the wiggly little beast she is, but she, has come to grow to know you very well and like you, so she is willing to wear this saddle while you ride her.
Alright. And that's it.
Sure. So we are now looking for a dragon leather salesman, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
What do you want?
Give me a perception check. You find someone who is selling dragon leather, definitely with a 17. And it seems that he is selling them in kind of short swaths.
Mm-hmm.
And he looks at you and he says, "Hello. It seems that you are interested in my wares."
Yeah, sir. I find that dragon leather is some of the best material to work with, especially when you're trying to make an enchanted item. I've actually come across some research and, dotting my T's and crossing my I's, I'm looking for dragon leather as one of the components.
Well, you've come to the right place.
How much are you selling it for?
Where's the clay?
For the dragon leather, I would be willing to part by the yard. Oh, Elias is going to look for some strange ore. By the yard, it is going to cost you 200 gold pieces. It's quite a rare ingredient.
That it is. Seem to be a little short on funds, but I'm only trying to make like an eye patch. How much would that cost?
He looks to all of your teammates that seem to be around, and he says, "Don't one of your teammates be willing to front you a little bit of money here? I mean."
Oh yeah, but this is more for my own personal use. I wouldn't ask them for anything. They are a team, and we work together.
Excellent, excellent. Uh, perhaps I could just sell you a foot of the leather then, for, let's see, 200 divided by 3, 3, 6, 6. We'll round it up to 68 gold pieces for a foot.
And I will pull out my gold and hand over 68 gold pieces.
Yeah, and he will give you a foot of the dragon leather. And you look at this, and with your, you can tell this is the genuine article. You have not been bamboozled in any way. You have gotten yourself the good stuff.
Sweet. Thank you, kind sir. And if I find anybody else in search of such wonderful leather, I will send them your way.
He nods his head to you and says he appreciates it.
And I will put the leather away in my bag and be all happy for the rest of the day until the boxing match.
Until you get a black eye.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. And we want to try to find a wand of healing, right? That we can use possibly so many times per day.
That is something I want to create. So if we found a, what is it? Basically a blueprint to make something like that, it would be perfect.
Okay.
Because I do have the spell to cast for that. Basically, we just need all the items required to make such an item.
Alright.
It sounds like Hastreus was needing to find some good leathers, or not good leathers, some interesting ore. Is that correct?
Yes.
Are you looking for mithril there, Hastreus?
Probably. Or adamantium.
Adamantine or mithril. Okay, so you're looking for those type of salesmen. Give me a perception check. And why I'm having you guys make these checks is because there is just massive amounts of people here, and I am giving you advantage. So you did roll a 19, and you find a salesman. He is actually a representative of the Hammer Hit Fist Holds, the dwarven settlement here in this setting, selling adamantine bars. Do you guys approach him?
Distress?
What? Sorry, it cuts off.
Oh, did I cut off on you? So,
Yeah.
you find a guy who is selling adamantine bars.
I approach the dwarf and I ask to see them.
He will show you his wares. You see that he has adamantine bars for sale, I should say. Excuse me.
Blacksmithing check to see if they're...
Yeah, go ahead and give me a blacksmithing check.
they're
If they're legit or not?
original to tell.
Now, you cut off for me a little bit there, but yeah, I think I got it. Go ahead and give me a Smith's Tools check.
Yeah.
Okay, Hastreus, you can tell this is the genuine article. That is a pure bar of adamantine.
How much for this exquisite metal, my friend?
He says, these bars are quite expensive. 1 bar of gold would cost you less. 1 bar of gold would cost you 50 gold pieces. 1 bar of platinum would cost you 500. This adamantine, 1 bar would cost you 1,000 gold.
Thanks a lot. I'll make sure to come and check soon if I manage to acquire economic pull for this item. Thank you very much. And enjoy the games.
It's a 1 10-pound bar is 1,000, not a 1 pound bar. Sorry, everybody.
No problem, Master Dwarf. We all get confused. Still, I think it's quite beyond my pocket right now. Still, enjoy the tournament and have a good day. And I leave.
Okay. He says, no one's gonna ever buy these adamantine bars. They're so expensive.
Hold.
So, do you guys do any other shopping? Do you guys try to buy any potions or spell scrolls?
So
or anything along those lines?
do we hear him mutter that, or is he like mutter that to the point where we cannot hear that?
No, that was an out of character mutter. He knows how expensive they are, and he's at a crazy festival where people are definitely gonna buy these things.
Okay.
I don't know, should we guys proceed to the tournament?
I wouldn't mind a couple extra health potions.
Sure, and those are very easy to find, and you don't not even having to make a perception check. Almost every stall is selling them, and they are selling them for the standard rate of 50 gold pieces.
Nice. I will snag 2. The other thing he would be interested in would be something like probably a cloak of protection, because he's still a bit squishy.
Okay, let me open up my sane magical prices. Go ahead and give me a perception check, by the way.
Ooh, that's gonna be yuck.
Let's see what we got here. A 7. So you're trying to find somebody who is selling a cloak of protection, and as you are kind of wondering, you do find a guy who is selling cloaks and those type of things.
Oh.
And as you approach, he says, "Oh, please. Would you like to look at my wares?" And he's a half elf man, and he looks like maybe down on his luck is not the right word, but definitely not a how you would say well-off merchant by the look at him.
I'm looking for something a little more protective. Might you have something of use?
Like he looks like just a nice heavy cloak.
Yeah, that would probably help a little bit.
Well, this one is made out of the wool of a mountain goat. Would protect you from the rain. He looks at you.
Something a little more magical, maybe?
Oh, a magical cloak. Unfortunately enough, the only thing I have is this. And he pulls out a cloak that seems to billow in the wind on its own accord.
Sadly, that's not quite what I'm looking for.
He looks at you and he asks, "Are you looking for an actual cloak of protection?"
Yes, that would be preferable.
I'm afraid I do not have one of those, unfortunately enough.
Might you know someone who does?
Yes, I do. There's a salesman from Brindle who sells all sorts of magical items like that. But a cloak of protection, that'll run you at least 3,000 gold pieces.
That's a little bit more than I can afford.
Yes, those type of magic items are incredibly strong.
Understand. I will keep it in mind for now.
Could I make a perception check to try and find a recipe for a rod or wand of healing?
Absolutely. Go ahead and give me a perception check here for a recipe store. 18. Absolutely. You find someone who looks like they are selling magical tomes.
Sir, I'm in the market for finding some magical recipes. Would you happen to have one that makes a rod of healing?
He says, "Oh, I've heard of wands of magic missiles or wands of secret. I think I've heard of wands of healing before. Let me check here." And he begins to kind of look at his station and rolls a D100. He says, "Oh yes, it seems that the material for these things you can find almost anywhere, but it's hard to gain access to."
And how much would that recipe run me about?
Let's say the recipe itself is only 75 gold pieces. For the book, it has everything that you'll need to find in it.
And I'm going to look over to the wizard and I'm like, "Can I borrow 75 gold pieces off of you?"
I'm sorry, was that to me? I'm sorry.
Yes. I'm wondering if I can borrow
I'm a little
75
out
gold
of
pieces.
it.
I just need 75 gold pieces and then we'll have a tome of a bunch of recipes that we can create.
I
Magical
would
items.
be, yes, I would be more than happy to to give in here for this and help you out with this. Yes.
Yeah, you'll have to pay for it all, and I will have to pay you back for it.
Or you can pay me for half and we can share it.
Oh, that's fine by me. I will pay you back half of it.
And 75 gold, you said?
That is what the salesperson said.
I'll reach into my coffers and provide 75 gold to the shopkeep directly.
Excellent. Yes. And you get yourself the recipe for the wand. When we take a break today, I will create that recipe for that and send that to you. It just will take me just a second. So
that's fair.
I will send that to you. But you do have a recipe for a wand of healing. As you guys
What other recipes will have is what I'm wondering about.
In the book? You'll
Yes.
have to take a look. It's in a book. It's a reading rainbow. Yes. So as you guys are kind of just looking around, you recognize them, kind of a manservant that typically works with Sharwin, and the Baron kind of rushes to you guys and says, "It's time. We have to quickly get ourselves to the stadium. We only have a few minutes here."
Well, let's go.
Excellent. So, you guys are kind of rustled and bustled over to the stadium.
All right.
Alright.
And
It's lunch. Oh, go ahead.
How long has the stadium been around?
you can tell that this stadium has been used for many, I don't know if generations is the right word, or just many cycles of this competition. It's like if they used an Olympic stadium more than one time.
Knowledge history to see if I remember it.
Oh, please go ahead. Give me a knowledge history here.
Oh, was it 2? Oh. Okay. Brand new to me.
You're like, I never saw that thing when I was a man.
When I was alive.
I'm just trying to figure out if I'm gonna be in awe or if I'm gonna be like in awe. So like, ooh, this is kind of cool looking, or I remember this crap.
It appears that you do not, but that's all right. So, let me start migrating you guys over to the map. So yes, the manservant kind of usher you guys into the arena, and you guys can see that right now the arena is kind of bare except for the other competitors.
Oh my gosh.
You see that the only person standing really in the stands, you guys recognize him from the drinking contest, is the Lord of Brindle. His lion armor gleaming in the morning sun. It is, in fact, 8:30 in the morning, and he does look still a little blistered from the previous night.
Lightweight.
You just like scream that. So this is Lord Curdin Jarmoth, Lord of Brindle. He looks out to everybody, kind of waves and says, "Hello, everyone, and to all the people that weren't important enough to get a token, hello!" He yells at all of like the commoners and bandits and people that are going to compete against you guys, and the people that have tokens in the preliminary events. He says, "These are some of the most important events of the games, not the ones that we would, of course, televise if we had TV or show on any kind of live stream. This would just be to qualify for the grand spectacles to happen later in the week. We have, of course, want to thank the heroes that helped save the Sunless Citadel and saved the Huquel's family daughter from the hands of the evil druid that lived there. Thank you. And we also have to thank them for eating the only fruit from the magical tree. That was really the main cause of this grand ceremony. And you see all the other competitors kind of look at you guys.
I flip him off.
Did you just flip them off?
Yes, because fuck him. Fuck him. He doesn't know shit. He doesn't know shit. I'm not gonna take lip from someone like him. Him who didn't have to fight. I who didn't eat that tree for himself. Fuck you. Fuck all of you.
I'm gonna do something reckless. I'm gonna grab the 2 sticks from the tree, and I'm gonna. Do you have Firebolt, Shippo?
Nope.
I have
Does
Searing
anybody
Smite.
have? Yes, yeah, you can. I'm gonna
Searing
grab the 2. Yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna grab the 2 like trunks I got from the tree and toss it right into Reynolds' feet, and so burn it.
I'm gonna burn it. Or with Searing Smite.
Okay.
I don't.
Everyone
so-
looks on, maybe slightly confused. They're like,
Yeah, I don't know what you were thinking.
I
Thank
mean,
you. What's
the sticks were like looked like flesh and they were bleeding. So
oh, that's true. So it's kind
Yeah.
of spooky.
Kind of weird. Maybe you should have
said-
raised that. Maybe you should have raised
that's-
those before we burnt them.
yeah, that was your tree. That is where the fruit came from, and it was used for a good. And I'm pointing out at Charwin. She was better. She is better now thanks to us. That tree and that fruit was evil.
By the way, DM,
Yes.
do I see like these people? I mean,
Yes, all the people with with tokens on the map are. It looks like the other teams that you guys will be competing against.
do I recognize anyone from Denovar? Because I'm from there.
Yes, you probably recognize all of these guys. Let me just update that.
God,
And-
I went through this. I
So,
went
yeah.
through this in time.
The first guy that you probably recognize, you know that as the Shining Servant, Dirth Trin. He is a high-ranking cleric of Palor in the city of Denovar.
I have to grind him into the mud.
Yeah, you know that he is probably the most high clergyman of Palor, if not in the Vale, in Denovar.
Oh gosh. Oh no.
You recognize this bad bitch as the Blade Captain Yelshara. Denovar, the second largest city in the Vale, their version of the Lion Guard are the Blades, and she is the Blade Captain. So the fact that they got her is pretty impressive.
I would crush her. Okay.
This beautiful person right here, you recognize them as another cleric. This team is definitely cheating. They have 2 clerics on their team. That is Therese Wayland. She is a human cleric of Lathander. She is definitely not as high of a clergyman as Dirth Tren, but still, the fact that they have 2 clerics on their team, you're like, bullshit. I'm calling bullshit. And it seems that their mystical coach, you recognize this person as Aragathos, who is the most powerful arcane spellcaster in the city of Denovar. They run their own magic shop there, and they have put many arcane blocks around the city. So it seems that Denovar paid a lot of money to juice their team up. This is the equivalent of the '96 Olympics when they showed up with Michael Jordan and Shaq and Kobe and all of those guys for the basketball game. And all the other players were like, we don't even have tennis shoes. Yes.
It's okay. They may be the NBA team. We're the Canadian hockey team. Okay.
And you guys definitely recognize the team that is directly to your south. Especially Orpheus recognizes Queen Yuzdrael, the sexy queen of the kobolds that he had his tryst with. And you recognize...
Oh no! She's here to hit on me again!
You recognize all of the other kobolds that are on their team as well as kobolds that you guys have interacted with. It seems the Citadel got an entry this year as well.
Except for Meepo.
Yes, because he did. R.I.P. Meepo. Yeah, you guys recognize some of the other members from the Brindle team. You guys, of course, recognize Captain Lars, who Astreus identified as a level 8 fighter. Inigo Montoya on their team as well. I have to remember to go to the camera stream and turn off all of the images. And you guys recognize this guy, Ermastal the Red, because you definitely defeated him in a drinking contest, defeated him in a game of Baldur's Bones, even though he is the most powerful wizard in the Vale. Can't hold his liquor.
I wave at him.
He waves back, because you guys are bros. However, you don't recognize this lady here.
Oh god, it's another one.
It's definitely a cleric.
It's probably a pale one.
The only other team that kind of looks like you guys, where it's like they didn't juice and get all the best people in their on their team, is the team from Draylen's Ferry. The most capable member of their team appears to be this woman here. But Lord Curdon goes on to give the opening address to you all, and says, "Well, with that being said, if we are all ready, let us begin the opening day of competition, the feats of athletics."
I'm not ready.
Too bad.
Okay. The first day of events will begin with boxing. So, let's say if you're going to compete in boxing,
I step forward.
go ahead and move over by Orpheus. Okay, so these events are almost going to be a skill audit. Placing an event. If a PC auto-qualifies and no other PC attempts an event, that PC automatically will come in first. If multiple PCs auto-qualify, whoever has the most qualifications is first, then second, etc. If there is a tie, then there is a roll-off. If a PC does not auto-qualify but succeeds, and no other PCs auto-qualified, we'll have a skill check, and you can get third with your skill check just by attempting. During these preliminary games, the use of magic is not allowed, so you guys all have to wear these bracelets that will glow if magic is being utilized, and cheaters are then disqualified and publicly shamed for life for cheating. Okay, so for boxing, the first qualification here is training in athletics. If you have training in athletics, do you just want to type I into our chat? Or how do you guys want to do that? Okay, so it looks like first qualifying here is Gambuk and then Astreus. Second is strength of 15 plus. So if you have strength of 15 plus, give me an I. Okay, so right now it's Astreus and Gambuk at 2, Airthorn at 1. Okay, third thing is if you have a class ability that gives you an unarmed strike or a racial ability that gives you a natural weapon. I think Astreus has that.
Technically, my Thunder Gauntlets give me a natural weapon.
They are magic.
Yeah, that's bringing power armor to a boxing match.
But it's part of my skin, man. It's part of my skin.
No, it's not. It's still armor. You can take it off.
Gambuk,
No,
do you-
literally, it becomes my skin.
No, it doesn't.
It does.
So
don't-
I'm going to say that Airthorn, it does count, but Gambuk, I don't believe your rage would count for this. For your unarmed strike or natural weapon, I don't think that's a part of your your offload here. Okay, so we have Astreus at 1, 2, 3, Airthorn at 2, Gambuk at 2. Okay, so to decide who gets to compete with Astreus here, give me a strength melee attack roll. So this is your strength plus your proficiency.
So just an
What?
unarmed strike.
Correct. So Airthorn and Gambuk, give me that roll. Oof, that's pretty good. Okay, so Airthorn. Here's how it turns out here. Astreus gets first in boxing. Airthorn gets second. Gambuk gets third. And what we're going to have here to earn your Tales of Victory here, Festival Gold. Anyone who auto-qualifies or successfully makes a check to qualify is allowed to describe to the group how the event went. If multiple PCs participated, the first PC starts the story, the second PC continues, and if you guys kind of do this together, you can earn Festival Gold. Festival Gold is like a DM inspiration, but can only be used during the summer solstice competition. So in the final match here, it would have been Astreus and Airthorn for boxing. So do you guys want to kind of describe how your match goes?
Would you be willing to make a roll off or Arathorn to see how would we end it? I was hoping a Rocky 2 ending where we knock each other out.
Well, it would. I think because you are 3 and I'm at 2 for just qualifying, we'd probably go until the second or third round, or almost near the end, where you would knock me out 1 round early. But I would put up one hell of a fight, kind of deal.
I'll take it.
I was
I'll
thinking it's
take it.
gonna be like a punch out where or it's just like bald bull. Also, I'll just charge and uppercutting him.
Yeah, he would charge and uppercut me. We would, like, first round it would be almost a tie in points. Second round it would be Histreus winning. Third round I would be winning, but then I would get knocked out.
Yes. Personally, third round, it gets into the last 10 seconds. They separate us, and I start the round, charge at him, tackle him to the ground, and knock his ass out.
Absolutely. So yes, please, you two take Festival Gold. You can make a new resource for it on your character sheet, as you guys can use that here in the Festival of the Sun. And now we know that Histreus, Airthorn, and Ganvuk are all getting a medal. Okay, the next competition, if you guys would all like to move back in the line of PCs, please, if anyone would like to compete in wrestling, stand next to our boy Orpheus here. Wrestling. Wait, are you telling me the wizard doesn't want to wrestle? The ink sorcerer doesn't want to wrestle?
I'm pretty sure the wizard would have gone into the boxing just to been fun.
Funny.
Question: how much festival gold do we get?
Festival Gold, you guys can stack it up as high as you want. Because they can only be used during Festival of the Sun, Summer Solstice competitions. Okay, for wrestling, the first qualification we're looking at is training in athletics or acrobatics. So give me an eye in the chat if you guys have athletics or acrobatics. Ooh, I was about to say, does the barbarian not have athletics? I was going to say, he has. Okay, if you have a strength or dexterity of 15 or higher. Okay, we guys are tied up. If you have a feat or class ability related to grappling.
I don't.
Would rage count?
I would say, yeah, if Ganvuk wants to expend one of his uses of rage today, he rages.
I mean, I can also use my giant, and it gives me advantage at grappling. But I don't know if it counts as magic. That's the thing.
What is the pool of rules
Giant
say
Smite
about out there? Would you guys say Giant Smite is a magical ability?
Is it an item that's given you that?
No, it's proper for my class. It's me able to summon the might of giants into myself.
Actually, yeah,
I would say it's a lot like my Thunder Gauntlets.
Okay, well we will count it. So that is a I for Histreus. You guys are at 3 and 3 right now.
really pissed off short man versus giant bull.
Yeah, you guys are wrestling like commoners, and Ganvuk is like chucking him into the stands with his rage, and Histreus literally just becomes large. Okay, so you guys are tied at 3 and 3. So the deciding factor here is going to be an athletics or acrobatics check.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
Okay, Ganvuk, give us that athletics check.
Please get another one. Oh,
Okay, so I think Ganvuk is the wrestling winner here. So Ganvuk and Histreus, please give us your Festival Gold description here of how your guys' wrestling match ends.
I would say he wins. We're wrestling, and I summon my giant smite, but it ends right just about as he's about to start raging, and he wins because I can't fight him in his enraged state without my giant smite, and he chokes me with a rear naked choke.
Absolutely.
I like that idea.
We would be really tied up, but return to my original state, and he wins because he enrages and chokes me out. And I tap out.
Okay, Ganvuk and then Hestreus. Okay, so please return back. You guys quickly mop the floor with the wrestlers that try to compete in this competition. And the next event is the throwing of the discus and javelin.
Oh, come on. The wizard's got to be in this one.
Well, so well, technically, I'm not proficient in either of those. Like, I don't know. What would be a disc?
A
I'd be
disc,
considered like a sling or
a boomerang, I think would be the
Boomerang?
closest thing.
I'm not proficient in either of those technically.
You can't throw a javelin?
No, I'm pretty sure
Oh.
wizard does not have that proficiency.
They don't get many weapons.
I like how the paladin is also like, nah, I'm not into that jock stuff.
Hey, I'm going into the proper knightly thing.
This is true. Okay, the first thing is proficiency in martial weapons for the discus and javelin.
Yeah, it's a nope.
I think we got an eye for
Just
both.
because you won't win doesn't mean you can't try out, right, man?
That's true, because you also, remember, PCs auto-qualify, so you could get yourself a third place medal. But it looks like Hestreus and Ganvuk are competitors in these two events. So we need, first thing is proficiency in martial weapons. Give me an eye if you got proficiency in martial weapons. We know the fighter does. We know the barbarian does. Okay, strength of 15 or higher for the discus and javelin. Give me an eye in the chat. Okay, and so that's 2 for both. Now, here's one that I don't know if you guys have. A class ability or a feat or a racial trait relating to thrown weapons.
Nope.
Nope, okay. So, just give me a straight strength check.
Who will throw it further? Wow. That's not 20 though. Too bad. Ooh.
Okay.
But there's a one.
Does Ganvok like stick himself in the foot?
It gets height, but doesn't go far.
Chucks it into the chucks
Okay,
it into the sand.
I could have shared one of. I just had a meme where it's like an expert hammer throw, Olympic sport that chucks the hammer but hits the referee balls. Basically, that's what happens. Orpheus loses a nut.
I like it.
No, not Orpheus.
Oh
Yes.
no, not Orpheus.
And you see him get caught directly in the cojones with the butt end of the javelin. So yeah, we see Ganvuk's throw go awry, and Hestreus' throw go wide and tall, winning the discus and javelin. Hestreus getting his revenge for Ganvuk defeating him. Okay, the next event, on this first day, please return to the other players, is the archery event. Ooh. Okay, the first thing is you need proficiency with a short bow, longbow, or crossbow. Okay, we got a +1 for each of them. Now we need an ability or feat related to ranged weapon attacks. Okay, third step here is a dexterity of 15 or higher. Uh-oh, is this where Zavros kind of falls behind?
That would be yes.
Okay, so right now it's 2-1. So the last step here, as we decide or try to decide who's winning, is a dexterity check with your proficiency bonus.
Do you just roll the dex button? Does that do that?
Just roll a ranged attack.
Yeah.
Yep, ranged attack will do. Okay, so how it looked is that Magnus had 2, Arathorn had 2 qualifyings, and Zavros had 1. So, Zavros, you do end up with 3rd place, and it looks like Magnus is able to eke out the archery gold medal. So, Magnus, Arathorn, and Zavros, if you guys would like to describe the competition for Festival Gold.
Shooting really well, but just a little off center. Just not my day.
And when I take my shot, I just barely pinch my crossbow bolt just slightly closer to the center, right along his arrow.
Ooh, absolutely.
Zebros is a little rusty with his short bow because it's been a while since he's used it, so he hits, not the greatest, but he at least hits the target.
Absolutely. Don't hit Orpheus in the balls with any crossbow bolts or javelins.
Hit him in the other nut.
You guys aren't that rude to the rogue.
Ref.
Exactly. So Magnus winning an event. And Zavros. Okay, so the next event is chariot racing. So who's going to compete in the chariot race?
You know what? I'll give it a shot. I'll have some fun.
There we go. Gambuk is going to compete. Anybody else?
Okay, you know what? Screw it. Let's go.
Hell yeah. Okay,
Now they're gonna have to drag their weight around.
the first step is having proficiency in land vehicles.
Nice.
Nope.
I think I'm the only one with that.
So, proficiency in land vehicles for chariot racing counts as 3 points. Next step is proficiency in animal handling. Give me an eye for the animal handling. This is gonna be like a battle for 3rd place here.
I mean, that's the only one that knows how to.
Wisdom of 15 or higher.
Nope.
I don't think we have any wisdom casters.
Okay, so Histreus has 1 point. Okay, so the winner of this event is clearly Renauld, and Histreus gets second. But what we're going to need from Magnus and Ganvuk is a straight wisdom roll. Let's see who gets third.
Woohoo!
Okay, Magnus, you're able to defeat Ganvuk. You know, you hit him with the purple shell coming out of the bend to win the chariot race. So, gentlemen, please describe how the chariot races go and how old Renaud is able to pull it off.
I'm guessing I lose because my horses get too exhausted from carrying my gigantic ass behind them. Renault wins because he knows how to fucking win, how to drive this damn thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I win because everyone else is like fumbling around. I'm just like, okay, really, it's not that hard.
Guys, you have to hold the reins.
Yeah, you have to hold the reins.
And then I come along, and in the last stretch, you know, having a little trouble with my horses, I smash into Ganvuk and break one of his spokes, and then happen to get ahead.
I love it. I love it. Please, everyone that competed, take a festival gold in the chariot race. We have Mr. Renaud coming on top. We have Astreus coming second, and Magnus coming in third. Does anyone have a running medal total right now for who's the top medal earner? I think it may be Astreus.
Yes, I have exactly right now won 2 competitions and came out second in another 2.
Excellent.
I have 2 silver.
Mm-hmm.
I at least have 1 gold.
Mm-hmm. And I know Ganvuk has a couple, and Magnus has a couple. Okay, Who is going to compete in the triathlon? This is running, swimming, and climbing.
You guys can do that.
Ganvuk's gonna jump in. This sounds like a sorcerer thing. I'm not gonna lie.
Definitely does.
Zaros is like, nope.
Screw it. I've got athletics. I've got decent dexterity and con, so.
There you go. Okay, the first step, training in athletics. Give me an eye in the chat if you have athletics training. Zavros is X for meaning you do have it?
I do not.
Oh, okay. I for do, X for no. Perfect. So Ganvuk and
Gambik has.
okay. The next step, a constitution score of 15 or higher. It's getting spicy. Astreus at 2, Ganvuk at 2, Zavros and Arathorn at 1. Okay, a natural walking speed above 30 feet.
Oh.
Wait, Astreus, you have a speed higher than 30?
Sorry, no. Sorry, no.
I was gonna say, I was like, wait, did you become a monk? I don't know.
A natural. I heard a natural speed of 30 feet. I have 30. Why is everybody putting they don't have 30 feet? What the hell is going on?
Above 30. Okay.
Our own dwarves secretly.
Last step here before the check. Training in acrobatics. Ganvuk, did you say you don't have acrobatics? I see it checked on your sheet. Okay, let's go through and check here. So we've got 1, 2, 3 for Astreus. Do we have 1, 2, 3 for Ganvuk? Is that correct? You guys both have 3? And then, perfect. Does Arathorn and Zavros both have 2?
I believe so.
Okay. Here's what it breaks down to, guys. Gambuk and Histreus, give me a Constitution check.
Who?
To see who takes first and second.
Well.
Okay, Histreus takes first, Gambuk takes second. Arathorn and Zavros, give me a Constitution check to see who gets third. I like those purpley dice.
It's actually not the right color. Oh, I got a 20. Nice.
Okay, so Zavros takes third. So, yeah, Histreus he's gonna be tired as fuck. He's done everything today. Luckily enough, it was a sprint triathlon. So, guys, please describe your triathlon challenge you guys go through.
I just fall behind because water.
Yeah, they make you guys run, and then you have to jump into this lake and swim, and then the final event is literally climbing up a sheer rock face.
Yep, I fall behind because of the armor and water.
I'm gonna say during all the athletics, I just remove all my armor and just start like spearheading the entire thing until the swimming part. That's when I fall behind a bit, and I help Gamba come second as I help him climb up because he gets tired through halfway point of the climbing.
Excellent. Everybody, please take Festival Gold there for your excellent RPing and your competing in these events. Okay, we have 2 more. Jumping and then the joust. Does anyone go for the jumping?
I'm going for the jump. Yes! 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 I'm hoping yes! Mr. Frog, yes!
The frog. That frog.
Awesome.
Oh shit! Here come that boy.
Hold on, I better write the last results down. So it looks like it was Histreus, Gambuk, and then Zavros. Okay, for the jumping competition, give me an eye in the chat if you are trained in athletics or acrobatics. Or if you're a frog. No. Okay, if you have a strength or dexterity score of 15 or higher. Okay, if you have a feat or ability that enhances jumping. This one counts for 3.
I mean, we all kind of saw that coming. It's literally a frog.
And that could be your long jump, your high jump, anything that gives you a higher strength check, anything like that. Okay, so the frog right now has 4 points, I believe. Gambuk has 2. I think Histreus has 2, and Magnus, I don't think you have any.
I have 1 point.
You have 1
Yeah.
point. Excuse me. So I think the frog comes in first place. But Hestreus and Gambuk, give me an athletics or acrobatics check to see who comes in second place. Okay, Hestreus, taking over the competition. The frog takes his gold, and they're like, should we really let animals compete? And they're like, I guess.
If I hear him say that, I look at him like really cross, like, what the fuck are you saying? That's racist.
Yes, see, the Olympics became a lot more exciting when they started letting animals compete.
Yeah, when they let
Goddamn right.
Man, who
Yeah,
thought that
well,
the 100-yard dash was exciting when Usain Bolt was competing? Wait till we unleash a lion on the track.
Wait till we unleash the cheetah.
And it's over. Just
the
like
powerlifting.
The cheetah doesn't cheat.
Imagine and yeah, it got more interesting when we let a live gorilla out with the powerlifters. Just
I love it. Okay, so the last competition of day one is the joust.
Gambuk, we should do it. You are a rider. We ride together.
we
Wait,
ride Dawn.
question though. Astreus, how many times can you go big a day?
It's like proficiency, right?
Go 2 times.
Okay, then you haven't used left. You do. You can do it.
I have 1 use left. Yes, I'm gonna use it. I have 5 use.
Like look at this lineup. We got like a power armored dark elf on a giant frog. We got a paladin on like a dragon thing. Then we just got a half orc on a minotaur.
Why
The
not?
Lord is just like, man, I'm glad that I got up early to watch this today.
And the frog just won gold, so
The frog just won gold. Oh god.
Okay, so jousting. Jousting, first qualifying is proficiency in land vehicles.
Again.
Okay.
Question, DM. Can we get a point because the mount is more intelligent than the other mount?
My mount is as intelligent as you. Ew. It has 8. It has an 8 intelligence and it can talk.
Nice.
It really can. It's amazing.
Okay. The next
Well-
thing.
It's...
Next step.
Okay.
Next step. All right. Next step here. Proficiency with martial weapons, because you have to use that wooden lance.
Yeah,
Wait,
it's technically not.
It's just the frog competing? Arathorn isn't competing on the frog?
No,
I'm
he just-
competing.
Oh, okay.
You just.
I don't have proficiency with a martial weapon.
You only got armor because you're meant to punch things.
Yes, okay. Next thing here is a strength or dex score of 15 or higher. Okay, and the last step here before the check is the perception skill. Uh-oh. So, who's leading points here? I think Ronald is at 1, 2, 3. Astreus is at 1, 2.
I mean, is he really competing though?
He's not the one competing. That's right. He's riding Canva.
He's
He's just moo. That's all he is. Moo.
I'm the mount. I am the mount.
So yeah, I think it's Ronald. You easily win because you're the knight here. So it's the roll off between Gambuk and Airthorn. So guys, give me a straight strength roll to see who wins between Gambuk and Airthorn.
Oh no. Oh no.
Okay, so in the joust, Ronald takes gold. Gambuk takes silver. And Arathorn takes the bronze. All right, and I gotta deal out these medals here.
just like I knew I was.
I want to know how did the audience reacted to a freaking Minotaur like enlarging itself and charging against a horse?
against a dragon too. That's
So in the, when you guys are facing the competitors on horses, they're like, these guys are cheating?
Hey, I worked hard for this.
I sold my soul to definitely not the devil for this. Okay.
Yes, I did.
Excellent. Okay, so the
I sold my soul to God.
The medal ceremony starts for day 1, so the boxing medals are given out. Astreus, you're given your first gold medal of the day. Arathorn, your first silver. And Ganvuk, you are given your bronze medal. You guys know that a first place medal is worth 200 GP, a second place medal is worth 100, and a third place is worth 50. So definitely keep track of your medals on your character sheet.
What about a participation?
Those are worth a crisp high 5.
Which is a gold medal word. Sorry.
200. It goes
Okay.
200,
And the bronze?
100, 50.
50. Okay.
Okay, and then after boxing, they go to give out the wrestling medals. Ganvuk, you are given your first gold medal. Astreus, you're given your first silver. Okay, and after the wrestling medals, we move on to throwing. Astreus and Ganvuk, you stay just exactly where you're at. Astreus, you get a gold medal. Ganvuk, you're given a silver. The archery medals. Magnus, you're given a gold medal. Arathorn, a silver. Zavros, a bronze. The chariot race medals. Renaud, Astreus, Magnus. Renaud, you get a gold medal. Astreus, a silver. Magnus, a bronze. We move on to the triathlon. Astreus, you're given another gold medal. Ganvuk, a silver. Zavros, a bronze.
And I'm a high 5.
And you get a high 5. Arathorn, your frog, is given a gold medal. Astreus, you're given a silver medal. And Ganvuk, you get a bronze medal. And probably the most contested event, Renaud, you get your second gold medal of the day. Ganvuk, a silver. Arathorn, a bronze. Or excuse me. Yeah, Arathorn gets a bronze medal.
Yep.
Excellent. So yeah, you guys have several medals hanging around your chest. and you can see that the other teams competed in separate events, separate but equal, and also received medals of their own. So
I'm going to take off one of my silver medals and hand it over to Magnus, and I'm like, this is my half of the book.
I'm rich, y'all.
So
yeah,
it's
Astreus,
400 gold.
you can see that the Hoop Girls are very happy with your performance.
Sorry.
Yeah, I'm hearing a lot of static from somebody.
Yeah, it should stop. I had to use the restroom, so I had to mute my mic.
Oh, completely understand. Okay, so as the events come to a close for the day, you guys are kind of released to go and do what you guys want to do with the rest of your day.
I'm gonna go get hammered. I'm gonna invite Gamva, and we're gonna say that we were jousting. And I'm pulling up, and I'm saying, "We are the champions, Gamva! Yeah!" And I'm getting shit faced and probably passing out.
Okay, so we
I have an exhaustion level.
and you're taking a level of exhaustion. Okay.
I mean, it's the most logical thing. I just like participating in all the events.
This is true.
So these medals basically could be traded in at the merchants or something?
You know that people are willing to buy those medals so that they can then tell people that they indeed competed in those events at one point in their lives. They are very
I was
much
just going to go and sell my medals to the Hugh Kroll family.
I'm just gonna sell it. Oh, so it can be smelted.
You guys are like, thanks for these useless trinkets. I'm selling this immediately.
Hey, I don't have a home to place this in.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah.
I'm gonna buy some plate with these eventually.
I'm gonna grab all the golden medals. I'm gonna say, okay, I think this is collateral for buying the barn, and I just toss all the golden medals
Oh no,
to the
you
Kukro family.
don't keep in mind. I mean, you can try and take them off me.
Hey, my frog earned that gold.
Yeah.
So,
you
DM, what
didn't
were you
say anything.
indicating about the festival gold? Or is that something like later?
The festival gold is it's essentially DM inspiration that you can spend on only events that are happening during the festival, either on the second day or during the grand spectacles.
Okay.
Be useful tomorrow.
They will. The next day events are the skills and trades events. Skills and trades events. Okay, so as you guys are kind of deciding what you want to do for the rest of the day, I think right now would be a good time to take a quick 5-minute break to grab a drink and go to the bathroom if you need to go to the bathroom, that kind of stuff.
We'll be able to sell the trinkets to the Hercule
Yes.
Hercule family. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah,
they
I'm
will-
thinking that we would just basically give them as we won these for you, but they're paying us for each medal they won, kind of deal.
Absolutely, because this is a immediate return on their investment. They can show these medals on the walls of all of their mercantile stores, and everyone can see that, oh, these guys are legit. They're the real deal. They have
They sponsored an athletics team.
yeah, it's they have their own Gillette Stadium. Guys, I like to watch a lot of sports in real life. I'm sorry.
So gold was 200, silver was 100, bronze was how much?
Bronze is 50.
50. Okay.
I'll liquidate my bronze for basically just trade it for 2 health potions.
For
Earlier.
money. Absolutely.
Yep.
You gotta
I'm
do
liquidating all to the hue curls. Like I'm giving all the medals and like asking for money. Like here are the medals. Give me the money.
Absolutely.
Thank
you
you.
guys,
You might
Goodbye.
actually
I'm
be able
gonna
to
get
buy
shit
some of your
faced.
man team.
you automatically do that. But,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm gonna quickly grab that drink and take that bathroom break, and you guys can kind of decide what you're gonna do. I will be right back.
Same.
So thank you for that silver medal. I mean, I guess that will help me in my magic endeavors here with you. We'll definitely help you in any other magical items we're looking to make together.
Yeah, this is going to be a very fun adventure that we're on. I just figured that you could use the gold a little bit more than me since you helped me buy the book. And this
You
is me
know,
paying you back for it.
there is an item I'm thinking about possibly getting for myself.
Oh, which item
Making
is that?
well, false life is a nifty little spell, but it's cumbersome to have to cast that before battle or have it prepared every day compared to like other spells.
Yeah,
So
I
like
know that spell because I do have it in my spell book.
I'm thinking of like making a ring
Or
of like permanent false life that would recharge daily through the arcane
oh, so kind
elements,
of like
and
a parapet of health almost.
yeah, and just apply a constant false life per day.
That sounds very interesting. We can definitely find. I bet you there's a recipe out there for something similar that we
I
can
feel like
adapt.
if I if I put too many charges in, it'd be too expensive. Whereas if it just attuned to me and then auto applied false life every day and just lasted until used, I think that would be more cost efficient.
Yes, and it's definitely something we can look into. I do have some creative things I can do when I get into later levels.
And I'm back, y'all. How's everybody feeling? Now
But
that we're a few
So
medals
so
returned.
I am thinking about making a ring of permanent false life, where it's like recharges daily and automatically applies it once you're attuned to it.
Oh man, that's pretty ballsy. I like it. So a ring of false life?
Yeah, like a ring of false life, and like when you put it on, it takes like a full day to take effect, and then after one day, it attunes to you, and it automatically applies false life for the whole entire day. And then once you've used your false life hit points, it takes like another day or long rest or something like that for it to recharge.
Okay, I gotcha. That's pretty dope. Yeah, I think that you could definitely build something like that.
well, I'm excited to start reading the book and finding out all of the recipes we have.
Absolutely, and for that recipe book, how we're gonna kind of roll with it is that when you're like thinking of something like, oh man, I would really want to build something along these lines. If it's in that, let's say, common to uncommon tier, I should say, minor and major common and minor uncommon tier of magic item, I think you would be able to find a recipe for an object like that in that book, if that makes sense.
Nice.
So you're saying minor and major common, and then also for minor magic items also uncommon.
Correct. So you would be able to
Okay.
find recipes for items of those tiers in that.
So, like an
Book.
alchemy jug, or a bag of holding, a cap of water breathing, goggles of night, rope of climbing, sending stones,
Correct.
wand of magic detection, wand of secrets.
Mm-hmm.
which are all replicatable items as of second level with Artificer.
Oh yeah. And you guys would see then a couple of other what looks like uh, major figures would have came into the box with Lord Curden Germonth. You guys would recognize these two guys from across the Vale. The first guy is a dwarf, excuse me. His name is Othrek Hammerfist. He is the clan leader of the Hammerfist Holds, which is a dwarven clan hold here in the Vale. And this guy, his name is High Counselor Nindle Thorn. He is the de facto leader of the city of Denevar.
Are any of them like over 300 years old, which I doubt?
Over what age?
300?
No.
Okay.
Two of them are human.
I figured there's a no. Just checking.
So, for the wand, you're going to need number one, a type of magical wood, and that could either be from a plant-based creature or from a magical tree.
Oh no. We burned it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And since it's a wand, you're not going to need like an entire tree's worth, but you will need magical wood. You're going to need a type of oil, a magical oil, to bind whatever spell you're going to bind to it. And then finally, you're going to need a monster part that causes either regeneration or natural healing.
We had a troll heart.
We still have the troll heart.
Really?
I don't know if Troll Blood would still technically count.
I do still have 2 vials of troll blood and 1 troll heart.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Troll Blood would technically work because that
Yeah.
provides healing, so we don't necessarily have to expend the Troll Heart.
So we have pretty much everything for that.
Except for the wood.
Because no, I harvested several vines off of those twig blights.
Boom.
Oh, okay.
That would work. It's from a plant creature or a magical tree.
But could we make multiple then?
We could make multiple wands because this is just a wand recipe. So as long as we have an oil infused with the spell, the magical wood, and a monster part for this certain spell.
Yeah, we could buy the magical oils. I mean, we have to do that all the time for when we have to make when I have to write my spell book. So that should be common
Yeah.
to get.
But I'll have to do some more reading in this book to find out the recipes for other wands or rods.
Absolutely. And it would to make a wand like this, it would probably take you 5 days. You think to get it all right?
How many vials of Troll Blood do we still have?
2.
So we could make 2 wands, 3 if we use the heart.
Yes. But we were trying to save the heart for something.
I still think we should. I'm just saying.
How
we
many
could make
days
2.
for the bag of colding?
Bag of colding, you guys could probably make in that same span of time, about 5 days. So you guys think if you took a week of downtime, you would be able to probably make the
And
bag of colding?
Knave's eye patch. How many days?
That would take you probably a full 10-day downtime to make, because that thing is going to be very useful for you.
Yes, I'm just wanting to put that all into my... I have a research tab in the journal that I just mark everything down in.
Sure thing.
All right. I'm guessing there probably may be a way to make a false life ring.
Absolutely. Let me roll on some tables after the game, and I'll get that recipe to you because it's probably in your book. But you're definitely going to need some, I can tell you this, some spell scrolls of false life, which I'm sure you will be able to make.
Well, I can also make the spell scrolls of false life because I do have false life as a first level spell.
Boom. So you guys have access to those.
But I feel the Wand of Healing will help us greatly in the future. That'll be one of the first things we should build.
Agreed. Or actually, that would be Orpheus would say, I agree, you should build that, and then you should use it on me sometimes, if you ever hire me to go out with you.
How are the balls there, Orpheus?
They are smashed, but okay.
I am going to cast Cure Wounds on his balls.
Thank you.
No! Go Gucci for my dude.
No, you keep those injured.
He will look at you and say, you are such an asshole, but I respect you.
I know. Oh.
There's an item that I came across that I don't know if you'd be interested in here. That's Renault. There's an item I came across that where it's an item that shares the damage between two people. So you can have it where like it will give you half the damage, or your mount half the damage.
Well, I mean, neither of us. Both of us would much rather just not take the hit. And I don't know if I get another one of these if it dies.
The Dratini,
Understood.
aka Zoe, would look at you. Wait, I can die?
Well, not right now, but actually, I don't know. Oh, I might need to ask that later.
Like, now I have to somehow think of how I can communicate with that.
I mean, it can only speak Draconic.
Mm-hmm.
I can't. I can't. I'm not
I can.
Draconic.
I can translate.
Oh, great. All right, go
Hey,
on,
I need to find a way to speak to the frog too. I gotta find a bard. I have the scroll. I just don't know how to work the spell.
Which Orpheus would tell you, if you're looking for a bard, Hammerfist's mystical coach, Ulderina Flamehair, I believe, is a bard. She's known as the Stone Singer.
Oh, I wonder if she can speak to animals.
You know why they call her the Stone Singer?
Does she sing to stone?
Her voice
God damn
makes
it,
you rock
I knew
hard.
it.
That's what I was gonna say. Jeez.
Remember, guys, 7 charisma. I took things literally there.
That's not what charisma is.
Hey, it is a literal interpretation of this name.
I'm not tired of you though. I'm tired of what Orpheus just said. And he wonders why I'm an asshole to him.
he says, I thought it was a pretty good joke. I mean, she is quite beautiful. And her voice is quite good.
I'm going to approach the bard.
Yeah, so after the long day of oops, that's not what I wanted to pop, okay. So we get, Arathorn going over to approach, young Miss, Flamehair.
Miss Stoneseeker, I have a question for you.
She turns to you and, it's like that scene from, Day After Tomorrow, or not Day After Tomorrow, the one with, Tom Cruise and Emily Blunt. She's like doing yoga, and she does like a really sexy push-up, and she pops up, but she's only a dwarf, so 3.5 feet tall. And she says, Oi, how can I help ya?
Yeah, I've recently acquired a new mount that I kind of rescued from the Sunless Citadel, and I have no way of talking to him. Do you know how to speak with animals?
She says, I don't personally know that spell, but perhaps I could take a look at him and perhaps, see what I could figure out.
Well, if an easy way for me and him to communicate or something along them lines. I did get a scroll of speak with animal,
She says, well,
but it is not my type of magic.
it's definitely my type, as as a bard and using the magic of song.
If you wouldn't mind helping me, either crafting an item that I'm trying to make a frog translator.
Mm-hmm. And she goes over to the frog and says, he looks pretty intelligent. I think this will work out just fine. But I do have a spell that that I could cast, and I think it would help you communicate with him immediately.
That would be perfect.
And she will cast tongues on you.
And I will look at my frog and start talking to it.
Yeah, tongues grants the creature you touch the ability to understand any spoken language it hears. Moreover, when the target speaks, any creature that knows at least one language and can hear the target understands what it says.
Hello, I am Arathorn. I helped you get away from that awful druid with that bad tree.
The frog looks at you with a look of understanding on its voice, or in its eyes.
And just wanting to know if there's anything I could do to make your life a little bit better.
He looks at you and he says, why, yes, sir, there is many things you can do to help make my life easier. Number 1, my name is Jebediah. Number 2, I'm sorry to have cut you off there.
No, I was hearing.
I say, boy. Now, Mr. Airthorn, I do enjoy it when you ride on my back and stroke me with your powerful hands. It feels good on my froggy muscles. I wish you to continue to do that. And also to feed me lots and lots of insects.
That is certainly arrangeable. I'm happy with that.
Can I tell what language the Fargo is speaking?
Sylvan.
Oh, okay. I can speak Elvish, not Sylvan. But I can also comprehend languages, so...
Yeah, Sylvan, the accent comes out as Froghorn Leghorn.
Awesome.
Pun intended. The frog goes on to say, "Now I understand that our ability to communicate will not last forever. So perhaps I can teach you some frog sign language for us to communicate with."
That would be perfect. It is any help at all.
And for the next hour, you guys begin to communicate with frog sign language. You know, basic things that you can say to him and he can say to you, so you guys know what's going on and you know when to do it.
Sweet.
So, very similar to the Drow sign language you had to learn in Melee Magvir and in the School of the Arcane Arts and all of the other schools you probably had to attend.
Against my will.
Mm-hmm. I'm still waiting for when they ask you if when they summoned all like the wicked crazy demons out of hell. Did you participate in the giant orgy? Guys, I'm not making this up.
I would probably walk away.
I don't know if you've read the first Drizzt novel, but that happens to him when he's at Drow High School. And guess who invites him to join in the orgy? For a point of DM inspiration, you have 15 seconds.
Is it Knaves himself?
It is his sister.
I knew that shit. It's been a while since I've read the Beast.
His sister. I think the words were like his sister. I can't remember which one it is because he has 3 at the time. Like invites him down to the floor to begin writhing with like the demonic energies, and he like says "ew, gross" and runs out of the room.
What is this shit?
Hey man, it's in the book.
That's why I like
Don't kink shame. Don't kink shame.
That's why I like demos more. They don't need weird shit like that. They just need a contract.
Anyways, so we see a great scene of MC Hops, aka Jebediah, and Arathorn learning each other's sign languages so they can better communicate. What else do we see happening as the day is slowly coming to a close?
At the 10 minutes before the end of the hour, Severus walks over to shoot, I can't see your name. Arathorn puts a hand on his shoulder and gives him a comprehend language with a shared. You have another hour.
Nice.
Yep.
And I thank you in Elven.
I nod and respond. This should help a little more. What next?
Okay, so we get that. Zavros? Oh, yeah, you were hitting over top of her. And we already know Histreus and Gamlook said that they were just getting blackout drunk tonight. I think that was confirmed.
Yeah, I think so.
Yep.
Okay, so you guys are drinking. Magnus, what did we see you do on this evening?
I don't know. Head off to my skellies and maintain control.
So we see your skeleton.
I head up to the barn where we're keeping the
Mm-hmm.
the Drake and maintain control with the flute.
Now, the real question is, how does your hawk react to all of this?
To what all the all the festivals.
Mm-hmm.
It enjoys it. It's fey. It's just like, oh man, these guys are just about as wild as I am.
Absolutely.
And it's happy that's lived for this long.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So far it hasn't been used as a grenade yet. It hasn't had to, put in its paperwork at the familiar grenades lawyer office. So he's pretty happy. Renaud, do you get up to anything?
Other than if any of the Denovar arena team is in the area.
Do you try to have a showdown with any of them?
No, not gonna confront them yet. That comes when we actually get to fight them.
Okay, so for now it's just kind of keeping your distance.
Just like imagine I'm sitting at a table with a dagger, spinning it, and keep myself entertained, and just staring daggers at, especially that guy.
Oh, the shining servant, Dirth Tren, the
Yep.
lawful good, pinnacle of all things that is right.
Yes, exactly like that. The
Okay.
literal antithesis of what I am. I might as well. I'll feel like I'm a rival even if he doesn't know who I am.
Well, the shining servant would stare back at you, and assuming your gaze to be a welcome and an invitation, he would.
Oh God.
Hey man, you know these types.
Yep. Too nice for their own good.
He would approach you and say, "Why, if that's Renaud. I'd recognize you anywhere. That bucket hell, those large muscles. I see you're competing for Oakhurst now.
Yeah.
Leaving old Denovar in the dust, I see.
Yes.
Well, as long as we're still servants under Paylor, I think it's okay for you to, go out and sow your wild oats.
Yeah, and you just see in Renaud's mind just running down all the ways you can murder this guy.
He says, "Oh, I can't wait to compete. So, what do you think of the rules this year? They are making us compete with a blunted weapon to ensure we don't, just all go and kill each other in the competitions."
Renaud is thinking, it looks at his sword, which can't be, it can't be blunted or damaged at all by non-magical means. So, that's, well, can't use that.
I think they're providing us with maybe a wooden block to go over top of our sword or something along those lines.
I might as well just grab my flail again, wherever. Wait a minute, yep, I know where that is. Yeah, might need my flail again.
Oh. But yes, it's going to be quite interesting to compete in these new competitions. Apparently they are all themed off of different deity.
Huh, that's odd. Oh, it's nice talking to you.
Oh, well, I can see that our time and conversation is coming to an end. Well, I wish you the best there, old Renaud. Hopefully, we meet. It sounds like the teams are going to be randomly assigned.
That is a... okay.
Yeah, so we might not even get the chance to compete. It could be a lucky day for you, given that opportunity.
One question. How do I put gifts in the chat of that? Yeah.
You can just drag it. Drag and
Oh,
drop.
alright.
Well, I guess I'll see you in the morning. It's the skills and trades competitions tomorrow.
Yeah.
And I guess he walks away. Does anyone from the party approach any of the other team members or any of the what looks like major figures? You guys see that there is now 4 major figures: Othric Hammerfist, Lord Curdin Jarmoth, Speaker Nor or Wiston, and of course High Counselor Nindle Thorn. 4 authority figures here in the Vale. Okay, it sounds like you guys don't approach anyone. During the evening, Arathorn, you're approached by a familiar, scaly face.
Okay.
The Queen of the Citadel approaches you. Arathorn, it's I, Queen Yuzdrael.
How could I have not seen you? Welcome to Oakhurst, my lady.
Yes, they welcomed us with open arms. After we've become a trading partner with them, they welcomed us to enter a team into the Summer Solstice Festival.
Oh, and I'm so glad to see you guys here. It's just so wonderful how we're all getting together and just enjoying the festival. And basically just one race, or not one race, but one people having fun.
I agree. It's going to be interesting. We've never competed in a competition like this before. I feel like we are a little overmatched by some of the teams here.
Well, you may be overmatched, but you can't really... You lose everything you don't put anything into, right?
It's like the great bard once said, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. I think it was Michael Scott who said that.
Yes, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. And you know what? Even if you shoot for the moon, you'll still land amongst the stars, right?
That's true. And it is now sun down here, 8 p.m. By the end of the day. And she says, it's just so good to see you, Arathorn. And she walks closer to you to give you a hug on your leg.
And I will also give her a hug.
And she says, it's too bad what they say about, us small creatures and you medium creatures that it would never work.
But what do they say about us medium versus small creatures? Like, to be honest, I see everybody equally. Like, there's no height or anything. Everybody is just one big happy family. And I'm just reveling in the glory of being able to talk to Jebediah Hops.
And Jebediah is looking at this like, this is a good thing. And as Yuzdrael is hugging you and says, well, if you think that it could work, maybe it would. And
right over the head.
As she's saying this and looking up to you, kind of scratching at her chin, is anyone else from the party in here as the queen of the kobolds is talking to our friend Arathorn?
I'm chilling with my skeleton in the barn.
I'd probably be sitting in the corner, watching, but not very engaging. He's a bit of a...
Not even fully understanding?
Well, I can ritual cast it, so I totally...
No, I mean, like, you wouldn't understand the repertoire between us.
Yeah, just like... Huh. The whole time. Curious.
Yes, as she's hugging you and continuing to look up, a woman that you recognize and respect walks into the room. A one Velociel.
Ah, Velociel! I would like you to meet one of my friends that I met in the Sunless Citadel. The Queen of the Kobolds down there.
The two women look at one another. Velociel narrows her eyes. The queen narrows her eyes. And
I have no idea what's going on.
I'll drag her token out. And it's very interesting that they chose her adjective as coincidental. And you can see that these are two girls that are about to get into a love feud over Arathorn.
And Arathorn being none the wiser.
How that will play out, we will see who wins more affection points in their dating simulator for Arathorn. But Velociel will say, Arathorn, I watched your competition today. It was quite impressive, all of the events you competed in.
And I will pull out her holy symbol that she gave me, and I'm like, the only reason I won silver was because I had this close to my heart.
And she nods her head over at the queen, like, yeah, he was holding my sigil and my gift, not yours. And Yuzdrael says, oh, it's just spectacular what you were able to do for my people. I mean, with you guys saving my people and freeing us from those goblins, I feel like I could finally settle down and start having my first clutch of eggs.
That sounds so amazing. Who would be the lucky father?
She looks and she says, well, I'm talking to the local wizard now about kobold compatibility. And you can see Velociel start to get red in her face. As this is happening, what are the other players doing?
Getting shit-faced.
So their tit for tat competition goes on for quite a while as they are trying to kind of one-up one another. So as this kind of cools down, the Osviel will wish you good luck in one of the artisan competitions, and her and Eustriel kind of both take their leave.
And I will bid them both a good night before heading off to bed.
Excellent. Zavros, as you were kind of chilling in the corner, you're approached. Oh, go ahead.
Just sitting with my calligrapher's supplies, kind of writing in my notebook.
Excellent. A woman approaches you. She sits down and she says, Zavros, my name is Sharwin Hukrol. You're going to be competing with my mother's team, is that correct?
Yes, I believe so.
Hi, I'm, you might have heard them talk about rescuing, Carmen Hukrol's daughter and the Citadel, and that was me. They rescued me from the terrible tree down there.
Sounds like it was a harrowing story.
To say the least. I just wanted to come down and meet the final member of the team, as, me and everyone else are very close, friends, and starting to become better and better, and I don't want you to feel left out.
Yeah, I'm generally used to working on my own, but it's always useful to have some backup when needed.
For sure. So, have you heard about the events that are to take place tomorrow?
Nothing specific, just that they're skill and trade based.
Yes, there's the pie eating contest, the fishing tournament, the Battle of the Bards, the gambling competition, and the Artisans Arena are all tomorrow.
Oh, interesting.
You look like you could win the pie eating contest, she says in a jestful manner.
Zavros being a fairly hefty looking half elf, wary, but still a bit tough. I was considering it. I'm always up for a snack. I do enjoy my food.
Well, I think that you can do pretty well, and as you've come to learn, it's not necessarily winning these events, it's just the competing. And of course, after day 2, that starts the grand spectacles.
What are the grand spectacles then?
Oof. I'm starting to learn more and more about them as the day goes on, and my mother meets with the other nobles. They are apparently all tied in with local, I shouldn't say local, but the deities that we worship, and they are going to be used to exalt them in such a way to continue to bring prosperity to the Vale.
Interesting.
I'm sure that the lords won't wait too much longer to announce what the events will be and how they will be ran and all of those things.
No, I wouldn't want to give anybody too much notice. It's always more fun as a surprise.
Absolutely. Well, Zavros, I hope you have a good evening, and she pushes her chair away and walks out.
Gives her a deep nod.
Unless there's anything else you guys want to do on the night, we will move to the following morning.
Got it.
It goes
Sounds
to midnight.
good.
And the sun rises at 10 a.m. It is a balmy 91 degrees Fahrenheit today, it looks like the weather is going to have scattered clouds, but mostly clear.
No idea how hot that is. I know Celsius.
This is like, is it like 30 degrees Celsius? Hold on.
Oh god.
So it's going to be pretty hot. 91 Fahrenheit to Celsius. It's 32, yeah, 32 Celsius.
Oh my god.
It is going to be a waning crescent moon today. So today is going to be the competitions, the trades, battles, and those are all going to be like role playing and skill challenges. And we will probably start the first one of those next week. But before we go for the day, is there any like final shopping or speaking things that you guys want to do with any of the NPCs before we go?
Don't think so.
No, not at the moment.
Okay, perfect.
Good.
Perfect. So, things that I need to get a recipe for Kevin, for the Magnus, for his false life ring, as you guys continue to investigate into that book. And then we will start the challenges of day 2. And day 2 is going to start with, it's going to be a whopper of a challenge. We are starting with the Artisan's Arena, which is it's going to be a roleplay / skill challenge, and this is based on an artwork that you guys are going to make.
Might take that one.
And this one is everyone can compete, and this one is not actually based on first, second, or third place. It is just if you make a artwork piece that is good enough to be received a blue ribbon. And a blue ribbon is essentially 1 festival gold, which will give you a DM inspiration you can use in the Grand Spectacles. And you will want these Grand Spectacle DM inspirations. The spectacles are going to be kind of batshit insane. Excellent. So, closing remarks before we close for today. I had a lot of fun. I know that today was like, we had the audits of basically your character sheet to see if you guys won, which I thought was kind of interesting, versus just attacking each other to see who falls down first. I liked kind of our roleplay moments we had tonight, so I thought that was fun. Lynx, what did you kind of think of this first game? I know this was kind of an off-the-wall game.
A little out of the blue, but yeah, it was good.
Excellent. I'm kind of happy to have you in the fold here. Yeah, and
You'll get.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, you'll get some magic RP tomorrow of his what his magic looks like.
Excellent, awesome. And we will just continue to go from there. Everybody, questions, comments, concerns?
No.
Not really.
Excellent. If you guys have any critiques, comments, ways that we can make the game run better, or things that you guys want to see for the next time, just shoot that to me in the game, or in the Discord, I should say. Oh, and Arathorn, I still need to build your sunlight sensitivity condition. I almost have all of the conditions except for that one. I'm sorry about that. For now,
It's okay.
We'll just put Sanctuary on you.
Oh no! I'm blinking out of existence.
Exactly. But yeah, just let me know about that. But for now, we'll go ahead and close the game up. You guys all get some rest. And our next scheduled session is going to be not on 420, on 417, for the trades and skills and trades challenges.
I may or may not be present, just so you know.
Oh, okay. If you got other things going on, completely understand. Just let me know how you would want Magnus to run through those challenges.
I think I'm gonna try with my last